Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your second best of 3 of the day for the Corsair Summer Tour 2013. I'm LD. He's Pop Collar. We're going to be casting Team Empire versus Flipsid, formerly Absolute Legends, now with a fresh, shiny new sponsor.
Yep, I've not seen them play under this new tag.
A lot of your friends on this team. You'll try not to be too biased.
I like Empire too, although they have 2 stand-ins. I have no idea who FNG and Sunlight are.
Well, they've been looking for the right combination of players.
It's so hard to replace Funnick.
The international, Jesus, players like that don't grow on trees. They still have 3 big names: Scandal, Blow Your Brain, Light of Heaven. But they've gotten rid of Mitch. They've gotten rid of what's his name? Guy who was on Mouse Sports for a while. You don't remember? Sing Sing's old teammate. There was drama.
Nope.
Oh, it's killing me. Chat's gonna be laughing at me in a few minutes. Either way, guys, it's game 1 of a best of 3. Winner of this series will be moving on to the winner bracket finals. We're in Group D, our final group of the group stage. After this, we'll advance into the 8-team double elimination playoffs. The Corsair Summer Tour 2013 is a $10,000 US tournament. 16 teams enter the tournament. Only 1 can walk away with that first place prize. There is also a Dota TV ticket giveaway. For more information on that, head over to gc.corsair.com. It's free to enter, and you'll make the organizers happy if you do it. So, on that note, Merlini, we can talk about the draft now. Anything standing out to you here?
Lifestealer plus Anti-Mage. So, Anti-Mage can't go mid versus OD. He'll get rolled. And that means that Anti-Mage is probably going to be solo or Lifestealer. And it's a little bit strange to have one of those in the off lane, especially if you can't really protect the lanes of Team Empire, because they can do Alchemist in the safe lane, Farmer, and just compete with the AM's farm, and Nyx will absolutely get nothing in that lane, or they can choose to go offensive and try and shut them down. Darkseer should do very well versus a Lifestealer, but it depends on what you think they're going to lane.
You know, we actually saw a Lifestealer go, I think it was a safe lane Lifestealer against an off lane OD, one of those Alienware Cup games. Lifestealer actually did very well, because he had a Quelling Blade. Actually, it was mid lane. It was mid lane. He had a Quelling Blade, and you can Astral him. Sure, he can't kill the OD, he can't threaten the OD, but with a Quelling Blade and the fact that you're not losing damage and you feast damage, you can keep up for a while.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The Lifestealer
one of the better counters.
Did pretty well. It's like nobody beats OD, but you can do better than most as a Lifestealer.
It's not too bad. I'm still
problem then is your solo mid doesn't do anything, though.
I'm still hoping for some creative.
Bloodseeker?
CK Wisp does okay, but I mean, no one gives CK Wisp away anymore.
First ban Wisp, I don't think so.
You gonna try and roam on him? I would like to see some teams do early aggression on OD, just because the Astral Imprisonment cooldown is fairly long, and if he uses it to spam like most of them do, you can sometimes take advantage of it and kill him. But most of the time, he just straight up wins his 1v1 matchup because it is usually uncontested. So I think Team Empire, I like their lineup a little bit more, just because they have the Alchemist and the Darkseer. So I think that they should win their side lanes. Darkseer should win against most of the heroes, and he should be doing okay.
There you go. It's Twista.
Twista. You were waiting for it.
I was just ignoring.
I don't care for drama, LD.
It's not drama. It's just entertainment.
You said something about drama.
Get your popcorn, Merlini. This one's gonna be good.
Popcorn.
Not a very dramatic series, though. Not yet. We'll see if these teams can spice things up with some spectacular play. Empire round out their draft with some great team fight. Now they've got Vacuum into OD Ultimate, into an Alchemist Stun, into Acid Spray, and into Ice Path, as well as
and their triple lane is super strong.
Their lanes are very strong. They scale well into the late game. They've got lots of ways to deal with Lifestealer, Astral Imprisonment, Acid Spray, the minus armor still affecting you, as well as Enfeeble and Fiend's Grip. So I look at Empire's team, and even Surge. I feel like their lineup just does it all.
Yep.
Flipside, not so much.
Yeah, Flipside is a little bit lacking in AoE. Lifestealer almost none. Anti-Mage very limited. Sinking is really the only big one, but most likely he's going to have a tough time getting his Blink Dagger. And on the side of Team Empire, every single one of these heroes can interrupt the epicenter. So I don't expect any big epicenters coming out from Flipside. Also, there's no setup either. No like let's say Song of the Siren or Disruptor, nothing like that too.
And good luck getting farm when you have
Yeah.
an anti-mage tri-lane.
And a Lifestealer.
Yeah. Assuming it's an anti-mage tri-lane. That's the one. I guess if you're flip side, you probably want the AM versus Darkseer 1v1, and you want to have a Sand King Visage Lifestealer tri-lane or a Sand King Visage plus one.
Any way they pair it up, it's still not great for them. Anti-Mage Darkseer, it's okay for the Anti-Mage, but it's not like super free farm. It's not like versus Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
And Sand King Lifestealer Visage, they have a Bane to control the Lifestealer. They have way more AoE in the lane, and Team Empire has more stuns. So I don't think that the triple lane or triple lane, Flipside should try and dodge it if they can.
Yeah, we'll see if Empire can have some success with these new stand-ins. And one of the reasons they brought in Twista for the International 3 Western qualifiers was they needed a captain, they needed a drafter, and there just aren't many of those at the top levels available in the scene. So
I don't know if he's top level.
well, he's not, but he's still a decent player. And I mean, considering the options at that time,
you have to make do.
there's not puppies sitting on team lists, right? You gotta
One
you
can
gotta
only
take what you
hope.
can get. So we'll have to see if they can find some new talent with FNG on the Bane, the one conducting this draft for Team Empire. It is, of course, a best of 3. It's your second of 3 best of 3s for today. Empire on the dire side. Elgod, Light of Heaven. Well, some people would say Lotus, the Elgod. I say it's Light of Heaven. Not at his best right now, or at least he hasn't been, but we'll see if he can step things up. At least the last time I saw him, he was struggling quite a bit. The Darkseer, he'll be handling that. FNG on the Bane. Scandal, your Alchemist, one of the more aggressive players in the scene. Sunlight on the Jakiro. And last but not least, it's Below Your Brain on the OD. On the rating side, we'll have Team Flipside. They were formerly known as Absolute Legends. It'll be Rise handling the Visage. Mania on the Lifestealer. Miracle playing the Sand King. A lot of M names on this team. Miguel on the Nature's Prophet. And then last but not least, Unicorn XOXO on the safe lane solo anti-mage.
So I think they expected Darkseer to be bottom, but I think he's just going to start off in the jungle because they expect the triple lane to be bottom. And they actually do have 2 stand-ins in their triple lane, and this is something that you always have to consider if they have some sort of lack of coordination, whether it be no defensive sleeps or unstable concoction, no unstable concoction follow-up after whatever spells they may cast. I mean, on paper, Empire has a stronger triple lane, and they have the safe lane. But with the stand-in factor, you never know.
The X factor.
Stand-in factor.
The S factor. The sins factor. FNG giving Merlini a shout out here.
Hello. I'm not going to say anything in chat. Unprofessional.
You're very professional.
Yeah.
That's why you pop your collar. Because that's what professionals do, right?
That's what they all do.
You're disgusting.
I mean, if I put on 2 pop collars, does that make me twice as professional?
Then you're too professional.
Oh, okay. 2x?
Yeah. Too much.
There's never too
There's
much.
such a thing as too much professionalism. There definitely is.
Hello, David Gorman. How are you doing today?
Greetings.
I don't
And
think
salutations.
I don't think we do a very good super professional impression.
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans.
I know who you're trying to mimic.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's the most professional,
yeah.
that's for sure. But yeah, if you can't beat him, just do something completely opposite.
We need to wear suits.
Oh no, this could be a first blood. Sunlight just wandering up the hill. Unpause came for Miguel. Both teams did say go, and off the bat, Sunlight dropping low. Ice Path will connect on 2. This Lifestealer might end up going down. That's a full duration stun. Max nuke power from this out, but the Grave Chill keeping him alive. And on the flip side of the fight, it'll be Sunlight trying to run
Miracle, get him!
Oh, he turns around for an Ice Path. That could cost him no Burrow Strike. Now he gets it.
The S factor in play.
The sins.
Why would you stand over here when you're...
You have an Alchemist who's much tankier,
Yeah,
first of
I
all.
don't
Like,
know.
why are you walking up this hill anyway?
I have
is
no
the point
idea.
of that?
That's very strange play. And again, stand-in factor is something that you always have to consider. It has ruined many of my Dota 2 bets, and I blame the S factor.
Yeah, Dota 2 Lounge just has no mercy for things like that. A team can use 4 stand-ins, and Miracle, he'll suicide to neutrals because he's just got his boots.
Good play.
Out of mana.
Yeah, level
Why not?
1, or actually level 2, but still pretty good. He has those boots. It's just too long of a trek home. He can't do anything. I don't believe he had any clarities on him either.
Yeah,
He
that
looks
was the
like
thing.
he's-
No clarities.
Yeah. He got the 2 suns, though. He got the first blood. That is what matters. Flipside coming out ahead. And, again, I don't know exactly what build Scandal was going to go for. I think he could have gone for a greedier build had they not given up first blood. But now with being slightly tipped in F3 scale, then I'm not exactly sure what he's going to go. Probably just a 2-1. 210 build. And then FNG already has Enfeeble, trying to limit Mania's farm as much as possible on that Lifestealer.
Yeah, no Quelling Blade on Mania. I would really like to see one that helps to negate the Enfeeble damage, but probably wants to get his boots first. Phase boots is the other way to go. You could just try and rush them, but he's not CSing very well. Only 1 and 2, and this is where Empire could come out on top. Enfeeble is pretty expensive, though. It's hard to spam it constantly all game. We'll have a bit of a contest for the neutrals here. Both teams just crossed the chasm. Scandal last hitting onto the tower. Everything going all right so far. Sure, they gave up first blood.
Matchup go in middle. I mean, on paper, again, Nature's Prophet seems very terrible versus the OD.
And I would say in practice he's very terrible against the OD.
Yeah, he's
doing okay right now, but
okay.
This is early. Like
I guess
it gets a lot worse.
Yeah, maybe if he gets mana. I mean, he's not gonna have mana for his Force of Nature after one more Astral.
I think the big thing here for Flipside is Prophet's a hero that can go and do shit around the map. OD is just gonna sit mid.
And he can catch up very easily in farm. And he's not like too farm dependent early game.
Miguel just getting run down in the river. Blow your brain on the hunt. He'll have another Astral in about 5 seconds time, but there's a haste from bottom. Miguel should be able to secure that, and he will secure it. Now he'll back off. He started even with a null talisman, but ultimately, and that might be why he last hit well the first few waves, but ultimately you're going to lose the CS battle there. The one other question is, can Flipside win this bottom lane? And so far, it looks really good. Unicorn XOXO, 14-9. Light of Heaven was a bit slow to the lane, I believe.
Oh, Light of Heaven has a Quelling Blade. That is
unusual.
That is very unusual. I think that you can just creep skip for the most part if you're actually worried about him contesting the lane, or if he's winning.
It's for the Prophet, I guess. Yeah. He's worried about getting ganked early.
If you're losing the lane though, you just go creep pull, and at worst you'll come out even. So
the thing is, though, Miguel has no mana to really gank, so I don't know if he needs a Quelling Blade. If you're gonna get one, maybe get it later, but this early seems a little strange.
I would prefer to see him just go back home with the haste, and then summon Treants, and then you get a free Treants there, teleport back to mid lane, and you can actually try and do some sort of last hitting, because a Nature's Prophet without any mana versus an OD, that is very useless. Very useless Prophet.
For the time being, Flipside, they're running this aggressive tri-lane, and so far, you look at the Alchemist, 13-0, outlast hitting Mania's Lifestealer, despite the first blood, but here's your Burrow, Clip Sunlight, he's their most defensive hero in this tri-lane. Now the Alchemist stun being channeled, Prophet is going to make it a 4v3. Stun comes forth, Rise dropping fast, blown up by a Brain Sap. FNG at full HP, and the 2-hero Burrow Strike. Miracle is delivering on a Sand King. Scandal still alive, they'll need one more hit to bring him down, 2 actually.
Miracle stuck though.
And he's going to go down in the end. In fact, they're going to lose multiple heroes to this Acid Spray. It's going to be a quad. They've lost 4 heroes fighting in the Acid Spray. Triple kill for the support Bane. Merry friggin' Christmas, FNG. My God.
Wow, they didn't even need the OD
They
there.
threw 4 heroes away just for...
Acid Spray OP. Alchemist is one of those ridiculous heroes, though. All his skills are just incredibly good.
And they fought in Acid Spray for a really long time. I mean, a really long time.
Going at it again.
Here comes your stun by Scandal being channeled. He wants to get off the full duration. The Brain Sap making this fight a bit harder. Scandal will blow up the Viscid. Now the Ice Path clips too. And once again, they're fighting in the Acid Spray. They'll get out of it. Scandal now sprouted, held in position. For the time being, the mid tower taking some harassment from the OD. Scandal channeling yet another stun. Will lob it forth. See ya, Miguel. This Alchemist doing way too much heavy lifting against 4 heroes constantly in his lane. He's still alive. He can pop another Acid Spray or channel a stun. Miracle's on the run. Has the boots. Scandal salving up. Scandal is playing like a not even a goblin. This guy is an ogre.
That was 4v3, and the Empire came out ahead, and they've come out ahead on all these.
This combo of the Alk and the twin-headed dragon is such a strong tri-lane that they can almost 2v4 the enemy heroes.
Luckily for F3, it looks like Bane has rotated on bottom, so only 2 heroes at the moment up top, and maybe they just won't constantly die to Acid Spray. It was 1-0, now it's 4-7 in favor of Empire. FNG level 6, he's gripping on bottom.
He got a triple kill. This Bane is level 6 at 5.5 minutes. He needs a Brain Sap, though he can't find it. Unicorn blinks into the trees, but Light of Heaven giving chase. No points in vacuum. He has gone. Oh no, Unicorn in a lot of trouble here. Brain Sap would finish the deal. They don't even need it. You give a triple kill to a Bane, you're going to have a bad time.
That's ridiculous.
He had Fiend's Grip at 5.5 minutes in a tri-lane after an early death.
He could have pulled some cool plays. I think he blinked into here. He blinked into this area over here. He cut the tree over here and just tried to hide, except the Darkseer is just going to come over here and just trap him in. But he can eat this tree over here and just try and bounce in between here, run around circles in the trees, and hopefully avoid the death. But that is one of the problems with the 1-1-1 build. Actually, he's going to 2-1-1 build. That level 1 blink is such a long cooldown.
Yeah, oftentimes you'll just see a point in stats, and then you start leveling up blink a bit later on. At least 1 or 2 points in stats, but a little extra HP would have helped. Leveling up blink, is a possibility, but the Monoburn's great 1v1. He just didn't
Stats are awesome too.
He just didn't expect the Bane to rotate that early.
Or be level 6.
That was, yeah, that never happens. Triple kill Bane against 4 heroes, and now FNG comes top. He'll sleep one. The Alchemist on Bean Channel. This is a dead out. It's all, or rather, Visage. It's all coming apart at the seams here for Flipside. They now trail 4-9, 7 minutes in, a 1,500 gold lead for Team
And
Empire.
OD's free farming in middle. That's not good. You never want a free farming OD. Usually he just free farms against the hero, but with this tower almost dead in middle too, he's going to be huge. Looks like he's rushing
that
back.
early Quelling Blade's going to pay off now. Even if Miguel wants to sprout him, there's no way out. He'll surge, and even if the sprout comes, there's just no killing him. So I think the biggest thing I liked about this game, obviously you can't count on that triple kill Merlini, but just the fact that they rotated.
They had an idea. They
Yeah.
had a good idea. But
The fact that they rotated Bane bottom with an early Fiend script, because AM was the one hero doing well. I think that was really smart, and it's paying off. AM's been slowed down, the OD's free farming, and the tri-lane's dominating. Everything
Stun on
good.
Miracle on top. That thing does insane amounts of damage.
That spell does way too much damage. I'm sorry, but that spell at level 1 can do, like, it feels like 300 damage. A long-range Fiend script will catch out Rise. Now the Acid Spray prep is in, and the Alch Stun steals the kill. Scandal stealing the show for this game. 3-1-5. Of course, Bane, the real hero. The stand-in FNG. You asked if they would have the coordination. It looked bad early, but
now
it turned
it's
out really
good.
well.
Maybe it's just the imbalances of that guy.
Really blow your brain? Just timing the enemy tier 2. What is he doing?
I have no
There
clue.
was no way he was going to kill the Prophet there anyway, but just
Typical blow your brain.
feeling a little overconfident.
And the
Russian
kill will
Dodo.
go to Nature's Prophet. Let's see what he's going for. He went an early boost first just because he thought there was going to be a lot of continued aggression up top, but I'm not sure if he's going to transition into Treads or Midas. More likely a Midas.
And we'll see FNG rotate through the enemy jungle. He'll place an Observer Ward and then head towards the bottom lane.
Oh, they're going to scout him out.
Rise could be in trouble here. FNG grip is not available. I don't think he needs it, though. The prep is in. Now the nukes come out, and Rise is going to die yet again. Call it 5 for him. 0-5 the score. And Empire, now they're going to rotate that aggressive trying to punish this anti-mage. Limit Unicorn Exo's farm. Because truth be told, I think he's the only hero that can bring them back in this game. And now he gets slept. There is still no grip. They could ice pat this, but they'll need a bit more to bring him down. Look at the pure damage. Unicorn Exo is going to fall. This is old school Empire. Just constant roaming, constant aggression. The Bane, this staple CIS support. This is impressive. Their synergy seems to be there.
Indeed. Again, Flipside's lineup is very greedy, though. They have a Sand King who really needs levels, and the Anti-Mage who really needs farm. Lifestealer needs farm too, get shut down by Bane, and Nature's Prophet versus an OD. They just didn't really set up lanes well from the start, although they couldn't have anticipated this triple lane going so poorly for them. Even so, it's just a very farm-dependent lineup, and when Empire just constantly brings a fight to you, you're not going to be able to find farm around the map.
If you're just joining us, we are casting the Corsair Summer Tour 2013, brought to you by Beyond the Summit. Of course, no surprises, sponsored by Corsair. They've done a lot for esports. They sponsored the past few DreamHacks, as well as for Dota 2, and they've really paved the way for the modern Dota scene. So looking forward to see what they do, as we'll see Mania get caught out top. Mania, the Stun Bean channel, this is going to be way too much burst. No chance to rage. Wouldn't matter anyway. He'll go down. But Corsair, big shout out to them for running this event. It's a $10,000 tour. We're in our final group. This is the second of 5 matches for Group D. After this match, we'll have one more best of 3 headed your way. But this is only game 1. It's looking good for Empire. They lead 13-5, 10 minutes in.
And that is the mech on Blow Your Brain too, and I expect continued aggression from him. That is the time to fight when you have mech and everyone else on the other team is underfarmed. Anti-Mage, not even his Perseverance yet. No treads online. He is a sad anti-Mage. That's really pretty good
Bye,
start.
Miracle. If this stun hits, he's in a lot of trouble. There's a brain sap available, and it will be used. FNG, 5-1-7 on this Bane.
That Bane.
What a standout Bane performance from him.
I know. Stand out from a stand-in.
Stand out from a stand-in. There you go. Light on the run. He should be okay. Surging away. Has this Quelling Blade, and Miguel just can't do anything though. Actually, well, you can do that. You have to eat through 2 trees then, but that ain't gonna happen.
Well, he has the Midas. Let's see if they can try and come back. In theory, they have a fantastic split push lineup, but Blow Your Brain in trouble. Instant surge from the Light of Heaven.
While that's happening, they take the tier 1 bottom. It goes to the Alchemist, and now they're going to set up for a potentially huge kill. There is no Fiend's Grip. There is a blink in 2 seconds' time. Unicorn dropping low. OD ult's deployed. It's not enough. If they surge Blow Your Brain, and he might be able to finish the job. They will. He's got an Astral. He isn't going to get there in time, it looks like. Now they invest on the Unicorn. Are they going to look to turn this around? Actually, he's buying time for this Blink to come through. Will there be a sleep?
He has no mana.
Will there be a back? Oh, there is no mana. You're right. Couldn't Blink in the end. And Mania will pop out and retreat.
And I like the 1-4 build from OD. Getting that 1-level orb really helps when you're trying to burst down a very difficult to kill hero like
at level
Anti-Mage.
1, the orb is 3%. At level 4, I believe it's 6. So it's still quite good at level
Mid-gold
1.
TPing in, ROTK style. And
Straight
just gets
into
blown
the
up.
Alk.
Alchemist has Shadow Blade up. This is very, very bad for Flipside. I don't
You
know.
can't split push against this. You can't.
I don't know how
you
they're going
can't
to fend
farm
out this
against that.
aggression. They can't fight either. They can't fight. They can't farm. They can't split push. They can't defend towers.
GG any minute?
Maybe 5 minutes. They'll probably just see how it goes. But things are looking very bleak. I usually don't like to be so fatalistic this early, but 12 minutes in, 10,000 gold experience when you have, or 10,000 gold advantage when you have 1,000 gold advantage per minute. It's very hard to come back.
It's
from that.
amazing how quickly things got.
That is the risk of running an aggressive triple lane, though.
Well, but they got first blood, right?
Yeah.
That looked okay. Their Anti-Mage was winning the bottom lane. If they didn't give up that triple kill, Anti-Mage would not have died that early bottom. He'd be a little bit tankier. I don't know if he would have died nearly as much as he had this game, but that didn't go their way. And Unicorn XOXO, he's only level 8, and he's just diving the enemy tier 2. Really wants to make a play happen. Now he eats a dual breath. He's got a blink if necessary. Sunlight will throw out. Oh, here's your Shadow Blade out. Oh, Unicorn XOXO. That is not going to happen.
FF.
Forfeit. They tap out.
That is oogly.
I think he meant to type GG there, but my God.
Forfeit. FF forfeit.
I don't know. I think he meant they're right next to each other on the keyboard, but that was a beatdown.
Professional players can't hit the right key.
What do they pay them for then?
I don't know. Goodness gracious, that was
What do
a
we
stomp
pay
by
you for?
Empire. It was a good first 5 minutes, and then Empire just started steamrolling them after that triple goal. That was the turning point of this very, very short game.
I feel Empire looks infinitely stronger with this lineup. At least there's only one game, it's a small sample size, but I'm more impressed by what they did in this game than any of the games I saw in the International 3's West qualifiers. They looked scary. They got lucky top, that triple kill, Prophet getting caught in the trees.
Yeah.
A lot of it was Flipside's mistakes. They fought an acid spray too long. They just stuck around too long. They overestimated how much Prophet can do early, but
They didn't draft to win the lanes, though. That's the biggest problem. And when Empire pretty much wins 2 of the 3 lanes, I mean, even after their first blood, things weren't going too well for them either.
I feel like they would have been better off putting the Lifestealer mid against OD. He can still farm. He's not going to die. He's not going to kill OD. They're anti-mage, defensive trialing, so you secure the anti-mage's farm. At least you get Lifestealer farm mid, and then you just run a jungler. Like, the Prophet can just go jungle. Maybe Empire could have beat them contesting them, but you tri-lane versus Empire, and they have the defensive tri-lane, and you're guaranteed to lose mid.
You let them make the mistakes.
Yeah, didn't seem like the best way to lane it to me.
Stronger picks maybe, a little bit like more anti-push, a little bit more. I mean, Nature's Prophet, he's mobile, but he just has a couple of right clicks that early. He wasn't even level 6, I don't think, by the time he started rotating. And if that doesn't pay off, that's a huge sacrifice you're making.
Indeed it is. Well, guys, that's game 1 of a best of 3. It's Team Empire versus Flipside, formerly Absolute Legends. I'm LD. He's Merlini. We'll be right back after these messages with game 2. It's the Corsair Summer Tour 2013, and it continues after this.